Jay, just what you've been able to take away being here on this Giants team and some of the things that you've learned at this point?
Patience definitely is something that I'm learning. I have to continue to learn. Learn that, hard work and preparation is key to get on the field and to be consistent. And consistency is probably the main thing at this level.
What did you learn from last season into where you are now? What were some of those big learning curves that you had to kind of take with you going into the NFL?
Just how much technique is actually worth at this level. Like, might have got away with less technique in college because I might have been a better player than a lot of people I went against, But on this level, everybody's, a step above. So my technique is vital to me being productive.
And how did you improve that technique? Can you give any credit to anybody on the staff here with the Giants?
It's more like me just trying to figure it out, just really understanding the game. I give credit to Coach Nunn and Coach Spags and nitpicking at little things because they want me to be great, and I appreciate that. But me just really focusing in, looking at the games, watching Hank, watching Kuhn, watching everybody around me, watching other great defensive tackles from other teams, and really seeing how they play the game.
When you look around this locker room with the Giants and you see Ryan Nassib and you see Justin Pugh and Jameel McLean, who came before you, but all the Syracuse that's in the room, just what you can say about already having that connection coming in here?
It just shows that, we're deeply rooted into the NFL, especially as well as other teams, deeply rooted from our hard work, and that's one thing that links us all. Justin Pugh to Nassib to McLean, man, we all have a great grit, and we all, are extremely hard workers, and no push arounds. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it goes.
With you being on the interior of the defensive line and Justin moving to the interior of the offensive line, have you gotten opportunities to go up against
most definitely. Me and Pugh, it's just like Syracuse, man. We go at it, but we had to calm it down, because we get a little bit too crazy sometimes, but that's what makes us who we are. We're both two people that don't know the meaning to go 50 miles an hour. We both know 100, and that's all we know, and that's what got us to this point.
And when you get to this point and you're here with this team, what can you say about what you've learned the most from the guys around you, the guys in the locker room, as you continue to grow here in the NFL?
Definitely just, everything takes time, and just learning from the old heads, the Cullen Jenkins, Jameel McLean, John Beasley, about little nuances of the game and life that help you on a day-to-day basis. You're not gonna feel like working every day. It's a dream and you're blessed enough to be here. You don't feel like going to practice every day, but you have to have a mindset of or intention of getting better at something, even if it's one thing, and that's what drives you to get through that day.
When you look at some of the things that you've done, where have those big improvements come? I know you talked about technique, but what are some of those things you can key in on now and say, when I was a rookie, I wasn't doing this, but now I am?
The game's slowing down. The game is just slower now. It doesn't move 100 miles an hour. When people say that and you kind of hear it so much, you kind of get thrown under the rug. What do you mean? The game is the game. But in reality, the game slows down when you understand it better. You understand the tight end being on the ball or the wing being on the ball, what they really want to do. You know what I'm saying? And you can read offensive lineman's demeanor and know what you're going to get. You know what I'm saying? So it helps you with your feet working your hands. So
when you look at this season, obviously you're trying to get into the rotation. How confident are you, and what do you know right now about the scheme and the plan of you getting in there this year?
I'm very confident in the fact. I'm very confident. I know I can play for this team. I can play a lot for this team. I can make plays for this team as well as any other team in the NFL. I just have to be consistent. I don't think my production or what I can do is a question. It's me doing it consistently. That is the biggest issue.
And before I let you go, Tim Daoust, obviously still doing his thing at Syracuse. Do you stay in touch with Syracuse? Are you still looking at the games? Are you paying attention to what's going on up there?
I've been kind of locked into just getting better here, but I definitely will, attach myself back to just focusing on some of the things in Syracuse and make sure I keep, a line there. I talked to Coach Daoust earlier this week. He texted me and everything, so, still got that love there, so we'll see.
Is there anything that you took to the NFL from him that you can look back and say, I'm happy that he said this to me, or I'm happy he pushed me here?
Take pleasure in it. Take pleasure in the pain. It ain't always going to feel good. Take pleasure in it. You know what I'm saying? That was his main thing. Take pleasure in the pain. Them double teams, you ain't going to like it. It ain't pretty. Take pleasure in it. Say, let's go. And that's how I look at it. I'm a dog when I'm on that field, and and that's my intent.